Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Welcome to Mathematics Simplified. Today we'll be looking at questions from major topics that are most likely to be coming out in our forthcoming exams. Alright, now the first set of topic we have is calculus and graphs. Alright, now calculus and graphs are a short topic to be out in our exams, okay, with a percentage rate of about 20%. Okay, now looking at our first question, it says differentiate y equals 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Okay, so to differentiate, we have to multiply this with this. All right, so the x of 3x squared becomes 3 times 2 x2 minus 1. Alright, so this becomes 6x. Alright, and for the x of our 5x becomes, this is 1. So 5 times 1, x raised to power 1 minus 1, which gives us 5x raised to power 0. And we know that anything raised to power 0 is 1. So this gives us 5. Alright, now, since this is not having any x, it becomes 0. So adding these two together gives us 6x plus 5. So with this, we've differentiated our first question. Now, our second question says, find the gradient of the curve y equals x cubed minus 3x at x equals 2. Now, for us to find the gradient, we'll have to first of all differentiate this curve. Alright, now for us to differentiate that curve, that becomes the y, the x will give us 3x squared minus 3. Remember, we are bringing this down. So 3 times 1, 3. 3 minus 1 will give us 2. Alright? Same thing that happens here, 5x giving us 3. So now substituting a value of 2 here, this becomes 3 brackets 2 squared minus 3. This gives us 3 times 4 minus 3, which is 12 minus 3 to give us 9. So the gradient of the curve y equals 3x cubed minus 3x when x is 2, at x is 2 gives us 9. Now, our third question says, evaluate integral 2x plus 3x dx. Now, it's important to know that when we talk about integration, it is the opposite of differentiation. Now, for differentiation, we are breaking down. For integration, we would multiply upwards. So this becomes our integral 2x plus 3 dx. Okay, so will lead us to our integral of 2x dx would be, all right, now 2x, now this, since this is 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus 1, which is 2. Okay, now this leaves us with x squared. Since 2 we cancel 2, all right, leaving us with x squared. Now for our integral of 3, okay, 3 dx becomes 3x, all right, plus our constant. So our integration here will become x squared plus 3x plus c, which is acting as our integration constant. All right, number 4, we have a particle moves such that its displacement s equals 2t squared minus 3t. Now, find its velocity at t equals 3. Now, for us to find this velocity, we know that velocity equals the v that is P ds over dt. Alright, so for us to find the s over the t, we have to differentiate this. This becomes 4t minus 3. Okay, 4t minus 3. Now substituting when t is 3 into this becomes 4 times 3 minus 3, which gives us 12 minus 3, which gives us 9. So our velocity will be 9 meters per second. Now, to question 5, it says the graph of y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Alright, that's one. We should find the points on the x-axis when it crosses this graph. Alright, we know that when we have the quadratic equation, it crosses the x-axis in 2 points. 1, 2. Alright, now those 2 points where it crosses the x-axis, alright, y always equals to 0. And those 2 points act as the roots of our equation. So now all we simply need to do is when y equals 0, so we put this equation to 0. This becomes x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. And we solve it out. Now, so we solve this out by factorizing this to the minus 3x. So our factors here will become 3 and 1x. Okay, 3x and 1x. Now, since this is negative, our bigger number would be negative. Okay, since this is also negative. So 3 times 1 gives us minus 3. 1 plus 3, 1 plus minus 3 gives us minus 2. Okay, so now substituting back here, we have it as x squared minus 3x plus 1x minus 3 equals 0. Okay, so factorizing, grouping this and grouping this. So we have this as x is common, x minus 3, and here 1 is common, x minus 3 equals 0. So here we have x plus 1 equals 0. So therefore, x equals minus 1, and x plus x minus 3 equals 0. So therefore, x equals 3. So the 2 points at which our graph crosses the x-axis would be at minus 1 and 3. Our next topic is on number and numeration, which has a percentage rate of about 20% for our forthcoming exam. Now, the first question we are looking at there says, what is the compound interest on 10% at 5% per annum for 2 years? Okay, compound interest. Now, looking at our compound interest, we are looking at the formula where we have our amount equals our principal times 1 plus rates over 100 raised over the number of years, n or t. Alright, let's call this t. Alright, now in this case, our amount is what we are looking for. So this becomes our principal, which is 10,000, bracket 1 plus rate, which is 5 over 100 raised power 2. Okay, so this gives us 10,000 bracket 1 plus this will be 0.05 all squared. Alright, so our amount would be 10,000, alright, times 1.05 squared. Alright, now 1.05 squared will give us, 1.05 squared gives us 1.1025. Okay, so now multiplying by 10,000 Multiplying this by 10,000 gives us how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we move our decimal point 1, 2, 3, 4. So multiplying this by 10,000 gives us 11,025. So now, for us to get our compound interest, we have it as amount minus our principal. Okay, now our amount is what? 11,025 minus principal, which is 10,000, which gives us our amount becomes 1,025. So that is the compound interest which accrued for 2 years at 5% per annum. Alright, number 2 talks about rationalization of a denominator, which is a surd. Okay, question 2 and 3 talks about a surd. Now, we've run a very detailed video on surgical operations, alright, in the channel. Do well to go through it to have a better understanding on how to rationalize and simplify our surds. Now, let's look at this. We have 6 over root 3. Now, the essence of rationalizing a surd, alright, or a denominator is to make our root sign go away or make our denominator a whole number. And in doing that, we multiply our denominator by the numerator and the denominator. So this becomes 6 over root 3 times root 3 over root 3. So this gives us 6 root 3 all over. 3 root 3 gives us 9. Root 9 will give us 3. Okay, so 3 here 1, 3 into 6, 2. So this breaks down to 2 root 3 as our final answer. Alright, number 3, it says simplify root 75 plus root 27. Now let's break this down. Let's look at root 75. Root 75 gives us what? That would be 25 times 3 to give us 75, right? So root 25 would be 5 root 3. And root 27 gives us 9 times 3 to be 27. So this gives us 3 root 3. Now bringing two of them together, this is 5 root 3 plus 3 root 3. Now you see we have a common root sign, so we can add them. So factorizing this root sign becomes 5 plus 3 root 3, which gives us 8 root 3 as our final answer. Now, number 4, talking about number base. Alright, it says change 110101 base 2 to base 10. And then converting to base 10, we use our expansion method. Alright, so having our expansion method, we have 110101 base 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this becomes 1 times 2 raised to the power 5 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 4 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 3 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 2 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power 0. Okay, so this 2 raised to the power 5 is 32. 32 plus 16. Anything times 0 is 0 plus 4 plus 0 plus anything is for 1. 0 is 1. 1 times 1, 1. So this gives us, this plus this gives us 20. 20 plus 32 gives us 52 plus 1 giving us 53 base 10. So this will give us 53 base 10. Now, to our 5th question, it says a trader buys goods for 8,000 and sold them for 10,000. Find the percentage profit. Now, for our percentage, our profit, we have profit as selling price minus cost price. Now, our selling price is 10,000 minus cost price, which is 8,000, giving us 2,000 profit. Okay, and our percentage profit, Our percentage profit is given as profit all over cost price times 100 over 1. And our profit here is 2,000, cost price 8,000 times 100 over 1. Cancelling our zeros leaves us with 200 divided by 8, which gives us 25%. So the trader made 25% profit on the goods sold. Alright guys, with this we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If there are any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section below and we will surely attend to them. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this link with your friends and families. Stick with us as we treat more questions on topics that are sure to come out in your forthcoming exams. See you in our next class. Thank you.